Hello friends, welcome to FreeCAD tutorial, and in this tutorial we will model this bearing bracket in FreeCAD. As you can see that I have already modeled it with respect to the isometric drawing of a bearing bracket, and I will show you from the scratch how you can do the same in FreeCAD with the help of a part design workbench. So let's start our tutorial. Now I will close this file and I will create a new file, and before starting we will read our drawing how we are going to proceed. So first we will make this base feature, and after that we will make this rib, and we will make this round features, and at the last we will adapt all these holes. So here I have activated the part design workbench, and now I will insert a body, and I will on my plane, and from here I will select the XY plane and create a sketch, and now I will create a rectangle, and I will make it symmetric. So for symmetricity I will select this point and origin point, and now I will give my dimension. So this is the 84, so I will select it and give it 84, and this one is a 70. So this is our base features, and if we see our drawing we can see that it is a 11 mm thick. So I will close my sketch and click on the pad, and I will give my thickness 11 mm and say OK. Now I will on my plane and I will switch to the isometric, and now we will create this middle features on our mid plane YZ. So I will select the plane and create a sketch, and I will switch to the isometric view, and first thing which I will do is I will project my edge, and now I will select the line tool and create a line. So this is not merge, so I will select it and say merge, and now I will create a circle at a height of 162, which we can see here, and this circle OD would be 46. So I will select this circle and give the diameter dimension of 46, and from the bottom it is a 162 at the top, but if you see the center is a 133. So we have origin point and circle origin point, and we will give the dimension 133. Now we will make it construction, and now I will create a two line randomly, and I will move this line outside of the circle, and I will select these two and make it tangent, and we will do the similar thing here. We will make it a tangent, and we have the two option, either we can trim or we can make a arc and point constraint. So we will go with the trim, and we will trim it. So here if you trim, then it is getting whole line get disappeared. So what we will do, we will select this arc and point and make it coincidence, and we will create a 3-point arc, we will create one arc. So we have a fully constrained sketch. Now we will come out of the sketch and we will extrude it to the 8 mm. We can see here the thickness is 8 mm. So we will select the sketch, click on pad and give our dimension 8 mm, and we will keep it symmetric to the plane and we will say OK. So these are the two features which we have drawn. Now we will move to the next feature. So the next feature is this round. So we will again on our plane, and if you see here we have the mid plane passing through our body. So we will select this plane and create our sketch. So we will select this YZ plane and click on sketch, and now I will off the plane. Now we will project the geometry, and now I will create a circle and one more circle. So outer circle is automatically got constrained with our projected geometry. Now the inner one is a 28.57. So we will select it and give the diameter of 28.57. Now we will close the sketch, and now we will read the dimensions. So we can see that it is a 34. It is a symmetric. From the center to the edge is 17. So we will select the sketch, click on the pad, and we will give the dimension 34, and we will keep it symmetric to the plane, and we will say OK. Now we will move to the next feature. Now our next feature is this rib, which we can see here. So for this we will again on our origin plane, and we can see that if you see from the right side we have the mid plane. So we will select this exit plane and create a sketch. Now go to the model tab of the plane, and now here first thing which we will do is we will project the geometry. So I will project this edge, and I will also project this edge. For better visibility I will go to the wireframe, and now here we will read the dimensions. So we can see here, if you zoom our model, so we can see here is a radius R32, and it is a 10 mm which we can see here. So we will create a line, and then we will create a 3-point arc, and first thing which we will do, we will merge this arc point, and we will add the tangency relation, and we will also make this tangent. So here we can see the dimension 10 mm. So I will select this point and our origin point and give the dimension of 10 mm, and now I will select a line tool, and I will draw a horizontal line, and I will draw a vertical line. Now we have the projected geometry here, so we will again draw one line, and we will merge these 2 points, and we will select this point and line and make it coincidence. Now here we will make this geometry construction, and we will draw one more line. So we have the fully constraint sketch. Now we will switch to the flat lines and we will come out of the sketch and we will click on the pad, and from here we will select symmetric to the plane. Now we will see the thickness of our this created sketch. So if we zoom it, then we can find it is a 8 mm thick. So we will give the dimension 8 mm and we will keep it symmetric to the plane and click on OK. Now the next feature, now our next feature is we will create this boss. So for this we will select the mid plane and we will again select this YZ plane and create a sketch. Now we will switch to the wireframe view. Now we will select the circle and create an approximate circle. Now we will read the dimension. Now if we see our model, then here is a radius given R81, which is passing through this center. So for this we will project this circle and we will create a circle and we will give it the diameter 81 multiplied by 2, and now we will add the relation. So we can see that we have found one dimension, but it can move on an arc anywhere, so we will fix the position. So if you see, it is a 14 mm from the center here it is given, so we will select this and select these 2 points and add the horizontal dimension of 14 mm, and now we will add the diameter which is of 29. We will select it. So if we zoom it, then we can find that it is a 29 diameter. Now the circle which we have created, we will make it construction, and now I will switch to the isometric of my plane and come out of the sketch. Now if we see the extrusion dimension, so it is a 33 total, and from the center one side it is a 17. So we will select the sketch, switch to the flat lines and click on the pad, and from drop down we will select the 2 dimensions. At one direction it is a 17 and other direction it will be the 16. So just to check the dimension we will add 170. So this is the 17 which is the right, so I will remove this 0. That is for only checking purpose. Now I will close it. So you can see that we have added the boss. Now we will move to the next feature. Now if we see our model, we can see a note here is that identical ribs on both the sides. So we will find out our ribs. So this pad 003 is our rib and we will mirror it. So for this, click on the mirror tool and click on pad 003 and click on OK, and from here you can see that it automatically took this YZ plane and mirror it, but it is recommended to manually select the plane, select reference and select this YZ plane and click on OK. So you can see that we have mirror the rib. Now we will move to the next feature. Now we will select this face and create this hole. So for this I will create a sketch and I will project the geometry so that I get a center. Now I select the circle tool and create one circle. So this is of the bore of the 13 mm drill. So you can make with a hole feature as well, but I am going to use the extrude cut feature. So now I will give it a diameter of 13 mm. Now I will close it and I will click on the pocket tool and I will set it through all. Let's say OK. Now we will move to the next feature. So next feature is we will create this boss. So we can see that from the bottom it is a 162. So we will on our origin plane and we will create a datum plane. So I will select my base plane and click on the datum plane options, and from here in a Z direction I will enter this value 162. So you can see that a datum plane has been created. Click on OK. Now here is a rebuild option, so rebuild it. You can also click on mark to recompute so that it will recompute whole body. Now select the datum plane and click on the sketch, and here it is at the center. So here I will draw the circle of 17 mm. Select the diameter option and give it a diameter of 17. Close it and select the datum plane, press the spacebar key and hide the datum plane. Now select the created sketch and click on the pad. You will not see anything here because it is extruding in opposite directions. So click on here reverse, and here you can see that now we are seeing our pad. Go to the drop down, click on up to face and select this face. So that is the end conditions, so that our pad will be stop on this surface, and click on OK. Now we will move to the next feature. Our next feature is to create the M8 hole of pitch 1.25. So for this I will select this face and create a sketch, and here I want M8 hole. So simply I will select the circle and create a circle and give it a dimension of 8 mm. Now I will close it, and now I will use the hole tool, and here I will select the isometric regular profile, and here I will select my size, which is of M8, and I will give the distance. So this is the 28 and this is the 46. So this thickness will come, so this thickness will come 28, 86, so 18 mm. So roughly if I give here 25 mm, that is fine because we do not have the end condition option, else we have selected this face. So it should pass here, that is fine. And here you can set your drill point flat or angle. So I will go with a flat drill and say OK. Now if I go to the hole feature here, so you will see the your hole profile, like it is a M8 hole, custom values, cut diameter, cut depth, and here is a threaded feature. So it is false and you can set it true. and go to the isometric. Now let's move to the next feature. Our next feature is to add the fillet to our base plate. So this is of R18. So we will select the fillet options and we will give here value 18, and we will click on select and we will select the all four edges, and we will rotate our model and click on OK. So you can see that fillet has been added. Now our next step is we will add these 4 drill holes. So for this I will select the face and create a sketch. So these are the drill holes of 8 mm size. So I'm not going to use the hole tool, I am going to use with the pocket. So here I will select a rectangle for my convenience, and I will go to the wireframe. It is my practice so that with a rectangle I can control the positions, and this rectangle will be the construction. And now I will make it symmetric. I will select this point and my origin point. Now I will give the dimensions. So if you see here, it is a 58 and it is a 46. So I will select this line and I will add the dimension 46, and I will select this line and add the horizontal dimension of 58. Now I will create a 4 circle, and I will select all the circles and make it equal, and I will give the one of the circle my drill size, which is of 8 mm. So you can see that my all circle are got constrained, and best part of using this rectangular sketch is you can easily modify the dimensions. If you change this dimension, then your rectangle get modified and your whole position will get changed. So this is the my practice. You can use your method. Now we will switch to the flat lines and we will select our sketch and click on the pocket tool, and we will say it through all and say OK. Now you can see that we have completed our model. There is a common note of fillet. So you can see here all fillets and rounds are the R3, which means that you have to add the fillet to the all edges of R3, which I'm not going to add because this will take too much time. So this is how we have model a bearing bracket in FreeCAD with the help of a part design workbench. So this is all about this tutorial, how to model bearing bracket in FreeCAD. Thank you for watching and thank you for your valuable time. You can also visit my website mechnexus.com, where I write articles and tutorials on FreeCAD. You can download my tutorial source file from here. If you like my method of teaching, then please support me on coffee.com. You can buy me a cup of coffee. Your small support will help these channels to grow, and it will motivate me to create more awesome content on FreeCAD.